Video for today is for something called the sum and difference of cubes. It is a little trick for factoring, which in the greater scheme of things is honestly not that important. So if it's a little bit confusing to you, I wouldn't stress it too much. Here's the idea. If you're looking at a cubic binomial that is just the sum of two cubes, like a cubed plus b cubed, or a cubed minus b cubed, meaning we've got two terms and they're both perfect cubes. You can factor it using this little formula. What I want you to notice is what I'm calling A and what I'm calling B. Those are the cube roots of the A cubed and the B cubed. So to factor A cubed minus B cubed, it's A minus B, which are the cube roots, and then A squared, which is the square of the first cube root, the product of A times B, and then B squared. So it is the cube roots, and then the square, and then the product, and then the square again. CRISPS is an acronym that some students find helpful to remember the order. Cube root, square, product, square, CRISPS. So we'll do that for these examples. It's worth noting here that our cube roots, the first cube root is just plain old x. The second cube root is 3, because 27 is 3 squared. So we'll do our cube roots, and then our square, and then the product, and then the square. The square of the 3 is 9. That's it. That's how you factor it. The signs, I know it looks a little bit complicated up here what I did with all those arrows. The signs are just that whatever sign you have in here is going to be the same at first. And then the next sign is always going to be different. And then the third sign at the end is always going to be positive, which you can remember because it's a square. Remember, that last piece is a square, and squares are always positive. So it's the same sign, different sign, always positive, if that helps you remember. So in this case, we start with a plus. So our first thing is going to have a plus sign, and then a minus sign, and then a plus sign. So if you want to think about the signs you're going to use first, that's certainly a good idea. And then we can identify the cube roots. Oh, I'm sorry, I just noticed that these aren't cubes at all. So let me move these down. I'm going to need a little bit more space. In order to recognize these are cubes, first I need to factor out an x, actually a 2x, and that'll leave me with 8x cubed plus 27y cubed. And now I can say, oh, so in my cube roots here, the first term is 2x cubed, so that's my a, and the second term is 3y cubed, so that's my b. So when I try to factor it, 2x is still going to be there, and then the first factor, it's going to be the cube root plus the other cube root, and remember it's plus because those are going to be the same sign. And then the square, 2x squared, the product, 2x times 3y is 6xy, and then the square of 3y is 9y squared.